All right, and we are back in Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, and we are hot on the trail. Well, maybe not so hot, but definitely on the trail of our stolen transporter technology, as well as the need for some more resources in general. Let's just take a quick once over on the ship here. We currently have 2 Balanas, which I'm sure is going to go just fine. Those 2 are just going to get along wonderfully. One is better, or is she still sick? I'm trying to remember if she was still in sick bay. A Balana is in there. Which one, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll work that out. And we have a lot of energy being used, plenty of deuterium. We're doing okay on duranium and can always, of course, use more. We are repairing the hull because we took some damage from miscellaneous things, but also when the Kaon rammed the ship. We have 5 unhoused crew members, and I want to say we're still working up towards our bio-neural gel packs. And if I remember correctly, I think we get to research what we want after the hyperspanner is done, if I remember correctly. So with all of those notes in play, are we headed here? I think that we might have been. Well, let's figure it out. There's a hyperspanner. Let's enter the ship, and we need to get to the bio-neural gel packs, which involves going to the... I just don't remember which thing it was on. The bio laboratory. That's what we need, and we need to get to tier 2, which we can afford because we got the dilithium. That's where we are. All right, so 13 cycles from now, we can start growing our own bio-neural gel packs. Sorry, let me just make sure that we are doing it. Yes. Hey, we're approaching the data stream source, Captain. It's a beacon. It's partially Kazon. The data stream is active, but heavily distorted. If we dismantle it, we might get the transcript. By beaming it on board? For all we know, it could be a bomb. Well, let's risk it. We'll risk it. Beam it aboard. No explosion yet, Captain. So we send it to the workshop. Analyze and then dismantle. Scan signatures, then dismantle. Change your mind. I feel like we have better mechanics than we have scientists at this point. Analyze it, and once you know how, dismantle it. Carefully. Captain, the construction is makeshift. Amateurish, even. We have the transcript, though. Let's hear it. Is your warp core feeling stressed? Are you kidding? Are those pesky subspace fluctuations getting you down? Then you need the warp core de-stressifier 3000. Seriously? This revolutionary device uses patented tachyon therapy to soothe your warp core's delicate circuits. Say goodbye to warp core meltdowns and hello to smooth, relaxing warp travel. What is this? Oh, come on, what is this? A Ferengi infomercial? I'm wondering if they offer a warp core spa package. Ensign, any other signals or information on this beacon? Negative, Captain. Just this advertisement. Wait, seriously? It's just spam? No closer to Culluh, but I suppose we can't say the Delta Quadrant lacks for entertainment. Okay, so we didn't find the thing. We have space for 1,000 food and 700 aboard, so going over here doesn't make a lot of sense. We could get some duranium. I kind of want to stay near capacity on any time that we can. And then the tritanium. Let's see what the payout might be. $60 would not quite max us out, so I kind of like that if we thoroughly scan. But then again, like, the risk of the attack or whatever. Oh, I have the shuttle do it. We love the shuttle. Wait, I thought... Oh, it was 100. I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, well, we lost some of it, and it's actually not fine at all, because we could have turned over one of our cargo bays. That's not the first time that I've made that mistake. So, let's then... Yeah, screw it. Let's get duranium. We're going to be putting a lot of it onto the hull to fix that up, so... Okay, use the phaser beam, send the shuttle. Phaser beam has 2 likelihood of causing damage, or, like, taking damage, so we're going to do this with the shuttle bay. Sorry, that sounded more resigned than I feel. Like, we got 4 dilithium. That's a lot better than what we started with. And then I feel like there's nothing else in this particular system, so let's bounce out to Sector. This is where we want to scan, and I just want to double-check. Repairing or upgrading the deflector array. Or no, it was astrometrics, was it? Torpedo launch bay, navigational deflector. Like, we can't upgrade this, right? Wait, I'm sorry, what are we? Oh, we're missing the technology for that. Okay. Transporter room, workshop, stellar cartography, this is the one. And for that, again, missing the technology. That allows us to search the nebula much more efficiently. We have 64 cycles left in the system, or we're on, I think we're on cycle 64. Boy, this feels like a really, really long way away. And there is some sort of a mission here. It's just 14 cycles. Let's stop by... These are also nebulas, from what it looks like. I think we'll go directly here. Yeah, this is counting down. I think this is how long we have. Okay, let's try to get the bio laboratory. We need 70 science to do that. All right, we don't have enough science for the bio laboratory. We will in a few days, but honestly, I think it's like 20 days. I'd rather not wait that long. And we don't want to spend science on anything else until we can get it. So we're going to gear down on science research for now and head back to, I think, system. Entering an asteroid field. This dense cluster of celestial bodies poses a collision risk. Expect moderate damage to the ship's hull each cycle spent traversing this field. Upgrade the navigational deflector to reduce damage taken. Well, then I'm not going to hang out too long. Well, maybe we will. We're going to look around first. I want to scan first. So we've got deuterium, which we probably are going to start to need. Repair station, we might stop by there before we go. Hold on, I'm failing it just... There we go. There's a story, which is why we actually came out here. Alright. Oh, and the hull is fully repaired. I guess they got a lot done while we were at warp, so that's cool. Oh, and it's a very dangerous threat level. Okay, maybe we'll go look at the story then. Is there anything to do between here and there? We can definitely top off on deuterium. Captain, we've detected a massive deuterium level in the atmosphere of this Class J planet, so let's send the shuttle in there. It has a very high rate of success. Okay. And we have gotten a lot. All right. We don't need to stop by the repair section. For whatever reason, we haven't actually taken any of that hull damage so far, but whatever. And then let's head over here. Oh, we've been attacked by the Vidians. So I do like this group, but we do have a brand new B'Elanna Torres. So let's just take a quick look to see. Weapon overcharge would be increases Voyager's weapon damage until the end of combat. Effect is stackable, 15-second cooldown. That seems really good. Yeah, let's spend some time with B'Elanna over here.
What are your orders, Captain?
Well, for the time being, let's... Hold on, E is for orders, and we're going to attack their... Hold on.
Front, Captain.
Oh, yeah, the front is fine. Yes, let's do that.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
We should basically just spam B'Elanna's ability every time. Since that, it just stacks.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, we did it. And as far as I saw, they did not even get through our shields. So we did get some more deuterium, some tritanium, and our morale went up. We're about to run out of food. We're being hailed by someone on the surface. Their signature is unfamiliar. No match in our database. It's Hakonian. Let's ask Neelix about the signature. Hakonian? My people were at war with them for the better part of a decade. They won. Any idea what they'd want from you? Wait, why are we assuming they're calling for him? No. Answer the hail. On screen. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. You requested to meet us. As I stated, Captain, I would like to speak to a Talaxian called Neelix. Sir, this is the first time we're speaking. I'm Neelix. What do you want? I would prefer to speak with you in private. Your life may depend on it. Just say what you have to say. Who are you anyway? Forgive me. I am Dr. Maborj Jetrel. You're... Captain, he's a mass murderer. He developed the Metreon Cascade, a weapon of genocide. He killed my family. If I'd been on Rhinax when the Cascade hit, I would have died with them. I don't deny it. I won't even try to apologize. I'm here to clean up the consequences of my sins. You were part of the team sent to Rhinax to evacuate survivors, am I correct? Several of the rescuers later developed metremia. It's a disease caused by Metreon radiation, and it can lie dormant for years. But once it activates, the body's atomic structure undergoes fission. Let me examine you, and maybe... I'm touched by your tender concern for my health, but I'd rather swim with Kralinian eels than be examined by you. It's a simple examination. Your life may depend on it. Please. So we could try to convince Neelix. We could let Kess convince Neelix. I don't know why we wouldn't do that. Neelix will not be examined. Well, why would we not? Like, she knows him best. She's going to understand what is and is not best for him. So we're going to talk to Kess about it. Neelix, if there's something wrong with you, our time together is precious. It would break my heart to lose even a moment of it. But all right then. Do your little examination, Doctor, but only on my terms. We do it on Voyager, where we can keep an eye on you. You won't regret it. I'm not so sure about that. We'll prepare everything for the procedure, Dr. Jetrel. With Neelix currently unavailable, his duties will be temporarily covered by... Zabine? Oh no, I didn't know that we had multiple Talaxians on board. Oh, this well-traveled Talaxian is a bit reserved, but he's seen his share of the Delta Quadrant, even surviving as a Kazon captive. He's a true survivor with a quiet, deep knowledge of the region. Zabine sought refuge on Voyager when chaos erupted in Jabin's slave camp, allowing him to escape. His presence will ensure a seamless transition. You learn a lot when you meet the wrong kind of people, says Zabine. All right, so this is going to... I guess we wait 4 or 5 days, but we need some science. Actually, we need 6 more science. So within the week, we'll have what we need. And hello to Crow! Hey, I caught your second stream, says Crow. Yes, and near the beginning... Oh, I didn't scan this. Scan. We could pack some more deuterium in, but I think we really need food. Is this the closest food? Oh, hold on. Is this a person? Do we need more crew? I'm not sure we can house more crew, but I'd sure like to try. Out of food. Let's go in and let's not do the emergency rations. Let's do the premium rations. We've picked up a desperate distress signal from a remote Class M moon. Sensors indicate a makeshift shelter with a handful of life forms inside, low on supplies. We don't have a level 2 hydroponics bay. We could offer food supplies if we had them. Do we want to do this? They could trade us for dilithium or something else. Can I leave for now and come back? Because let's go see if we can get the food. Okay, hold on. Time out. My fears have unfortunately come true. Mr. Neelix is suffering from metremia. So I'm dying? With my knowledge in Voyager's technology, we may have a chance to cure you. Meaning? Your transporters, they could be the key to curing metremia. Even all these years after the bombardment, Rhinax is still surrounded by a Metreon cloud. With relatively minor modifications, your transporters could possibly retrieve a sample of this cloud. To what end? If I could isolate the free isotope that causes the illness, I could synthesize an antibody. In theory, at least. Is the isotope stable enough for transportation? I believe so, Captain. However, it would require a few adjustments to your transporter room. Let's ask Neelix how he feels, although I'm not really sure that it's relevant. How are you coping with all of this, Mr. Neelix? Well, I guess if we're just asking how he's doing, it's not like, are you sick? Because this is something that apparently happens to him later in life. It sounds a lot like shingles, except lethal. You're fine until you're not, and then you are very, very miserable. I won't lie, I'm not ready to go. Not yet. Even if it means letting that monster of a doctor anywhere near my homeworld again. We'll do everything in our power to help you, I promise. Okay, let's order engineering. Our engineering team is at your service, Doctor. Understood, Captain. Helm set a course for Rhinax in a minute, because we have some stuff to do. So wait, what did I come in here for? Wait, I'm not even kidding. What did I come in here? I came in here for a reason, didn't I? Or no, we just came in here to have that conversation. We wanted to get the food. Gather organic material that seems edible. Okay, well, if Neelix wasn't moaning about his body, we would have gotten that. So now we can give away some of the food, and we've got the deuterium to, like, stay on premium replicator rations for a bit, so let's do that. Okay, we will offer them the food supplies. Refugees were grateful. Okay, so we just improved morale, which is fine. You know, we didn't get any new crew members, and we didn't trade for any dilithium or anything. We just helped out needy people, and that's fine. Wait, who's in the medicine bay? What are they sick with? I feel like I missed it. Maybe that just happens. People just get sick from time to time. All right, let's go to the trading station. Shore leave. Captain, a good number of the crew have formally asked about shore leave. You know, with all the relentless stress of our journey, a little break from duty is absolutely vital for keeping everyone's spirit up and their heads clear. Allow 20 crew to go on shore leave. Well, we're pretty, like, we got a lot of morale. Allow 10 crew members. Why don't we, like, come back later if we need to? Oh, what? Okay, sorry, that's a little annoying. I thought... I thought we could come back in, like, a day or two. I didn't realize... I thought that was what the station was for. I didn't realize that Neelix was... We could have just done it. That sucks. I misunderstood. Okay. Trade deuterium for duranium. We've got a lot of that. Trade tritanium for duranium. For deuterium, rather. Plus 500. I mean, we could, but we've got a lot of that. Trade duranium for tritanium. Well, we're full on tritanium. We would want to trade tritanium away for the deuterium. I'm not even sure that's a very good deal. And then the deuterium for duranium. 500 deuterium for this. I feel like we don't need to do any of these things. Yeah, so that's the leave for now that I thought. All right, let's head over here. Oh, we have the science that we need. Derp. Let's go do this. I knew that I was going to get in trouble with that. Let's go to research. And we want to do the biolaboratory. Now, one thing that we don't know is how much does it take of what things to build. So we'll go back here. Research transport a containment field. No! I don't want to do that, Jetrel. Hold on a second. I might have messed up. Transporter containment field. I didn't realize that that's what we were doing. Hold on a second. And also, that could be a special project. Go back. Research papers. Okay, so we didn't lose anything on the biolaboratory. We can do this in a little bit. We're going to focus on the Neelix situation. After all, I think that we've learned that any of these characters can get killed real easy. Azeric, thank you so much for the watch streak. And Harmuz Crow is going to walk Odin now that it's under 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Crow, that's wild. We're expecting like a big cold snap this week. Okay, asteroid field. And we're going to try to get... Oh, distress signal disease. A distress signal from an isolated outpost on a moon leads us to a crew suffering from hemorrhagic fever. They're in critical condition and their medical technology is unable to stop it. They desperately ask for our help. Send a medical away team to the outpost to administer treatment. We get a better reward here, but the chance of failure is too high, I feel like. I think we just send the medical away team. Okay, and we helped our morale for a change, and we got some of this. Okay, so duranium, let's say that we're okay on. Let's top off the fuel at the Kazon fighter. Oh, there's another food place now that I look. Risk ambush, have the shuttle perform close-range scans. Oh, wait, we're going to get in trouble here. Tritanium. So... this we could fit in its entirety, but that tritanium would get thrown out. Hold on a second. Can we do anything about that? Let's go to ship. Can we... this we can't switch over without losing some of our duranium, and we've taken some hull damage, so we don't want to do that. This is deuterium. We could drop this. Yeah, we could drop this, and this would be fine, because this would take us down to 2,000. We'll put this on tritanium, and now we can get at least 50 of it. So if we go back to system, even if we don't get, like, hopefully we get all of it, but even then we're going to lose about 19 of it, and I guess that's fine. But before we do that, there's nothing that we can build with this. I'd much rather put it to use. I think we're out of biomedical gel packs. Oh, no. Look, we can do the life support here. Okay, let's do it. Life support. We're going to fix this up. That immediately spends a bunch, and now we should be able to get basically all of it. All right, I'm glad for that. And now we're going to get the red thing, the red outcome. Nope, we got it all, and we lost none of it. All right. We are researching still. Let's just see where this stands. 3 days remaining. Well, with our 3 days, we can... we don't need anything at the trading station. We are perfect on tritanium. Couldn't be better. And here, we could get, like, 300 more, but we're going to have more than 300 anywhere that we go. I kind of feel... oh, food. We'll go get the food. And we're getting attacked by the Vidians again. I like B'Elanna the Klingon. She's doing great work.
What are your orders, Captain?
We are going to attack them in the warp core again. They probably shouldn't put that right in the face of the ship. Not that I'm telling them how to live their lives.
Front, Captain.
As soon as we can do B'Elanna, we do B'Elanna.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
I don't know how much she improves the phasers every time.
Enemy
Just
shields
increases
destroyed.
damage
Ability
output.
ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
But any amount is good. Yeah, so far the Vidians, they're not working out our shield frequencies. And we got 22 science points. That's really good. Okay, now we have this, and we need to craft it. So let's go enter the ship. We're gonna return... Okay, he automatically went back to Biolab, so good for Harry. Stop it. We're gonna come down here, and we need to craft... with Joe Carey, transporter relay blueprints, which is gonna take 12 of our duranium. Perfect. Enter ship. And now, I guess the question is, do we want to turn this on or pause it? If we start scavenging these rooms... Oh, we can fit 100 into here. Yeah, so let's do it. We'll turn this on, and we're going to start excavating these rooms. We have 2 work crews working on the hull. We have 1 repairing this room. I feel like that's what we want right now. Like, we're not starved for this stuff. We've got other sources for it. Okay, we're going to send the shuttle. Yeah, we want as much food as we can carry. Okay, let's put the crew back on regular food. Normal food. And we're still crafting, is that correct? I wasn't paying attention to how far along we are. 1 day remaining. So wherever we go, we can assume that Joe is going to call us up and say, hey, Captain, let's go. Can we get here in 1 day? Let's head towards the Kazon, and if we can get it, we get it. Okay, now we want to fly to Rhinax. Let's harvest the room. And now we can put something cool here, like a cargo bay or another... What's it called? Phaser array. So the phaser array room is that 4 squares? Let's go to combat and look. Phaser control room, we can't quite afford. I'd love to make it, though. Maybe, actually, I take it back. Maybe we'll want to hold out for the bio lab that we're researching, because I don't know how expensive that is. Shield generator is 2 squares, and we can afford it. Where would we put the biolab if we don't wait and put it here? I think we put it exactly there, yeah, because I don't have any other positions for it. All right, let's set our crew then to harvest this room, and we'll go back to system. Captain, we've received a distress signal from a small vessel. Their life support is failing and won't last much longer. Risk inviting the survivors directly aboard Voyager. Transmit technical instructions to help them repair remotely. We can fit all of that deuterium. The risk of failure is there, but we want to leave and go to Rhinax, so let's do it. We don't want to linger here too long. Perfect. Yep, we lost a little bit. And we got 2 crew members. Deuterium at max capacity. Indeed it is. So I don't think there's anything else that we want here. We are 1 tritanium away from full. We could get this duranium. Yeah, let's see if we can pick some of this up. A demon planet, but maybe not the demon planet. Let's deploy collector probes. Awesome. And now we're going to go to Rhinax, because anything else that we do here, we've harvested what we're going to take. So, Rhinax, the moon of Talax 4. Is that here, or is this a different thing? I don't know what system this is. Scan. That doesn't look like a moon of anything. Nor is it the 4th planet, I don't think. Hold on. I hope it's here. I don't want to fly 2 weeks in the wrong direction. If it's in this system, I don't see it. Moon of Talax 4. Boy, I hope it's where we're going. All right, I'm gonna trust you, video game. This is where we want to go. Okay, we've harvested the room. Oh, but I think that if we open this up, we will lose some of that. So before we pop it, let's... Wait, can we just can turn this on anytime we want? That's tempting. What, Harry, how are you doing on the biomedical? Oh, 1 day. So I think for now we just pause this. I'm just going to press E to pause, and we'll harvest that after we can put it someplace. I feel like we can just open this up, which I... Wait, these are all emergency quarters. Why are we not housing people? Did I do this? I don't have a memory of having done this. We're going to turn this on. And now everybody has a bed. You guys, did I have no memory of making people sleep on the floor of the mess hall because I didn't feel like powering the emergency quarters. How long has that been there? It's cool. We're just going to fly for 1 more day and then build a bio lab. Okay, I definitely want to research something, but let's revisit this in just a second. So we want to build a bio lab, and it's going to be under technology, science lab, hydroponics lab, bio lab. This is what we want, and it is 3 deep. So we can fit it very neatly right there, and I want to say nowhere else. I don't think that there's a single other place that we can put it unless we want to rip something out. So let's put that there. So that'll take 6 days to build. And now that that's being built, yes, now we can harvest the room. And now we have another 3. Right now, our crew is repairing the hull, and I kind of want to keep 2 crews on that. They're going to eat up 2 duranium a day to do that. If we wanted to put something in here, probably a shield generator or a cargo bay. It'd be one of the 2. This would cost 30 duranium 4 days. I don't want to be a cargo ship, but I do feel like if we could, the more that we can carry around, the fewer hard decisions that we have to make. I'm just worried. How much is a shield generator? We don't have to keep it on all the time, but shield generator, 1 work crew, and we can afford it. I kind of feel that we do that. And then we can even put a battery next to it. I think we do a shield generator. Let's pull that work team off of hull duty, and we're going to bring you down here, and we're going to do a... No, we literally have a shield team. We just... Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. We're going to add a work team, but not have them be assigned to hull repair. That's what we wanted. I didn't mean to remove the work team altogether. All right, we'll put it back there. All right. The thing is, the cargo bay helps us to carry the stuff that we want. The shield generator protects the cargo bays from getting vaporized. That's why I want the shield generator. So, shield generator life support is active. And let's just take a quick look at our... Yeah, we are at capacity, unless we want to move up to tier 3. What's it called? Oh, no, we're actually slightly beyond capacity. So, now we're going to start eating into the batteries. Do we turn this off for right now? Let's turn this off for right now, and then we can maybe turn it on if we're going to get into, like, a combat scenario. Also, we didn't queue up some new research. So, I like Hydroponics Bay level 2. I also kind of like an upgrade to the... We can't quite afford that. There might be a few things that we can't afford, but let's just go through. Yeah, workshop is not available. Crew, we've got some question marks, but nothing else in here. Science is where we find the Hydroponics Bay level 2, and I mean, that just seems like a good idea to be able to generate our own food. Here's the navigational deflector to protect us against asteroids. Transporter team level 2 is really good. Resource analysis sensors. See the amount of resources at a point of interest while scanning. That's like a quality of life thing. I don't think it's as critical as some of these other things. I'd rather have the Hydroponics Bay upgrade, assuming that we can actually make it. And then there's the possibility of moving up. So yeah, let's get ourselves 70 science points, and then we'll have a choice to make. And here's our biolaboratory. If we're going to put food, or rather, if we're going to put energy into something, we want the biolab, because we need to start making gel packs. Captain, it's fully operational. We can finally begin synthesizing our own bioneural gel packs. This is a huge step for Voyager's self-sufficiency and will make a real difference in maintaining our life support and allowing us to construct and upgrade rooms. Excellent work, Captain. Thanks, Harry. I knew I could trust me. Can we send a hero here? So we'd want somebody good in medicine. The doctor's working in sickbay, and Cass is working in the hydroponics bay. And I kind of want Tom Paris on shuttle duty, so I think the answer is no, not right now. 20 days remaining. And this takes 120 food, 20 duranium, and 20 days. Okay. That seems like a perfectly reasonable amount. We are, however, eating into our batteries, so we have to decide if we want to amp up the warp core. I went out of our way to make sure that we had this ability when it would come up. We could let it drain power for a little bit, like just conserve on deuterium for a little bit, and then charge it back up after. Captain, I'm discovering a growing sense of restlessness among the crew. The desire to move forward to cut more light years off our journey is beginning to affect their focus. Not yet a problem, but to avoid a significant morale issue, I suggest we schedule our departure from the sector sooner rather than later. Hey, Nunez, we're gonna go get our transporter, though. Okay. We can very much fit this deuterium, so we're gonna stop by here, whatever this is, duranium. A Class P planet, which is all frozen over. Let's see if we can use our shuttle to get a good amount. Okay, 45. And then we'll come over here. I don't think we have any new choices to make, and we might stop and get that food. Captain, we've reached Rhinax. Janeway to engineering. Are you ready to contain the cloud sample? Yes, Captain. Pre-sequencing is complete. We're ready. Proceed. Lock established. Energize. Sample obtained. Containment field is stable. Good job, Lieutenant. Dr. Jetrel, will this be enough for your research?
Yes, Captain, but I think it's time I told you the truth.
Another bizarre experiment? What is it this time? Galaxy-wide poisoning?
No, Mr. Neelix, my intentions are good. What I'm about to say may sound like pure madness. Vitremi exists, but I don't know if it's possible to find a cure. At least, not during my lifetime.
What? You mean I'll just die?
No, you're not infected. I just needed to motivate you to cooperate.
You lying son of a Taraxel Bulwarm. A Taraxel Bulwarm. I was dead afraid. The audacity.
So we'd calm Neelix down or scold Dr. Jetrel. I think this is a vote. I think that this is not a golden choice, but I feel like we're going to put it up for a vote. All right, the votes are in. We are scolding Dr. Jetrel. To manipulate our concern for Mr. Neelix in such a manner is detestable, Jetrel. Morale plus 100. Oh, wait, I probably shouldn't have read that out loud.
I did what I had to do. I don't have much time left, you see. Metremia isn't raging in your body, but in mine. I will die in a matter of days, but before that, I have to try something. I must.
Don't listen to him, Captain. This man is only capable of evil.
Look at my research. For the past 15 years, I've been working on a way to rebuild the atomic structure of the victims of the Cascade. I call it regenerative fusion.
You want to resurrect the people vaporized by the Metreon Cascade?
Exactly.
Why did you hide the truth? Ask for Neelix's opinion. What's your opinion of Neelix? Or how does that work? Why did you hide the truth? Why didn't you tell us the truth in the first place?
You are an accomplished scientist. You doubt my theories. My own government did too. I couldn't risk you not believing me.
Sure. Let's ask... Well, hold on. Wouldn't we want to know how it works and then ask Neelix for his opinion on the whole thing? Given the degree of fragmentation, that sounds implausible, and I'm putting it mildly.
The cloud's electrostatic properties have preserved the victim's biomass and genetic information. I believe reintegration is possible.
Neelix's opinion? This concerns your people, Mr. Neelix. What do you think?
I hate to say it, but if there's a chance, you've got to help him. Maybe he can bring my family back.
I used medical records to identify the genetic sequence of a test case. Let me try it, Captain, for Rhinax's sake, and for Mr. Neelix.
Help with the experiment. How risky is it? Forbid the experiment. So I feel like we're allowed to ask the risk. How safe is this experiment for Voyager?
We're talking potential overloads. The transporter will go way past their red line, and that's assuming it doesn't just blow up.
The experiment isn't risk-free, I admit, but we can't let this opportunity go to waste. It's the last one I have.
So I think this is another vote. Do we help or forbid? All right, we should have the results of the vote in just a second. Oh, forbid the vote. We shall do it. I'm sorry, Dr. Jetrel, but I won't allow this. There's too many variables. I'm sorry, Dr. Jetrel. Yes, we understand that.
But Captain, this is my last chance to make things right.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's right. You won't even try?
Sympathy or rational? Or empathy? Well, here's the thing. Janeway is making a very rational choice. These people are long dead. She's reliant on her science. She's saying that this is not possible and the risk to the ship is too great. If she now expresses a lot of empathy, that's going to come off as hollow and false because, hey, I'm sorry that your whole family died, Neelix, but it would be inconvenient to the chief engineer if we had to repair things. So we're going to say rational. Neelix, we can't let emotions dictate our actions. Dr. Jetrel's experiment is unproven and ethically questionable. In what way? Anyway, we have to focus on the living, not the dead. Ethically questionable, it feels like this has one of two outcomes. We either resurrect people that got obliterated by a terrible weapon, or we don't, and maybe, you know, Voyager needs to repair its transporters. I'm not sure that there's a lot of ethics questions about that, but
take a good look at the cloud over Rhinax, Captain. Its existence may be my fault, but the fact that it remains is your responsibility now. Can you really live with that?
Pardon me. All right, again, rebuke him, because Janeway is being very... First of all, he's on her ship. He's questioning her. She's made a decision for the good of her crew after being responsible for stranding them here. I feel like it's fair for Janeway to say, this is not my fault. Once we forbidded the experiment, we can't, like, express a lot of sadness and regret about it. Rebuke. The responsibility for Rhinax lies with those who destroyed it.
But you could have brought them back to life.
I think it's time for you to leave my ship, Doctor.
As you wish.
We're done here. Helm, return to our old course. Okay, so apparently he gave us 5 dilithium on his way out, and Jetrel is all set and done. Okay. We are still looking for Kazon, and I was hoping as we went around that we would find an upgrade to the Star Metrics lab, Astro whatever. I don't think that we're going to afford that anytime soon. Oh, but we did get 70 science points, so for the first time ever, let's actually do that. So if we wanted to do that, that would be, I think, under science. Okay, I want to scroll this. Engineering? Shuttle bay, negotiation tactics. What am I thinking of specifically? It's... stellar cartography. If we wanted to upgrade this, we're missing the technology. The technology is... so let's just look for stellar cartography then. Science? I feel like I've already looked in here. Or is it sensor array? It's something that lets you see in the nebula. Yeah, I don't see anything like it. So if we upgrade the navigational deflector, reduces hull damage taken while flying in spatial phenomenon by an additional -5 per cycle. That seems pretty good. Increasing our reward seems better, to be honest. Increase the amount of resource... or, sorry, see the amount of resources. I don't... like, any rewards is what we want. And then we've got the hydroponics bay. If we get this, can we afford to build it? Because we do have a hydroponics bay. If we wanted to upgrade it... oh, we could easily afford it. Yeah, let's do for the food. We're going to research that. Okay. All right, since we don't have any other leads on the Kazon, we're going to get food here, and then we're going to go start searching the nebulas. Yeah, as Innertooth says, sorry, Inner Productions, Janeway doesn't like to be talked to like that. Yeah, she's not... the non-empathetic... the empathetic response was to help out at the risk to her own crew. To express a lot of sympathy after the fact just seems hollow. Biolab level 1. We have access to this now. So the chances of catastrophic failure are low, and we could sure store all this food. Let's analyze the local fauna to find food sources. We're going to give this a shot. Okay, well, we got 400. It's less than the 600 we could have gotten, and also somebody got injured. But they'll be fine. We don't even know their name. And... yeah, we don't know if we're going to have a good source of deuterium over there. Vidians, well, I think we've got a good sense of how to handle this. Wait. Also, we want to attack their... oh, this is a differently configured ship. Well, then let's aim at their weapons.
The front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
We're not in very much danger if they can't shoot at us anymore.
Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay, we're getting so that we have to turn our own ship here. Okay. They had to withdraw. We got tritanium, food, and our morale went up. Hull's a little dodgy, but we'll be okay. Actually, on that note, let's check the ship, because I don't remember if... I think one of our work crews needs to be put back onto the hull. It's a space station. The hull of the space station is breached, and there's no signs of life. Let's scan for any leftover resources. Given the difference in what we'd get out of it, the risk does not outweigh the reward on this one. Oh, and we got all of it. That's, well, 90% of what we could have gotten. Okay, let's just take a look. We do want to make sure our ship is getting repaired. let's go to our engineering office and assign to hull repair. Stop touching that. We have one bioneural gel pack. I would like to bring one of our, like, main decks online. Plus the holodeck. Like, I mean, most of Voyager takes place on a holodeck. It feels like we're really missing out. We are still dipping into battery reserve, but we'll be okay for a little bit. Oh, actually, I mean, we're full on this. So, yes, let's turn up the warp core or turn something off. What do we want to turn off? Are we doing anything in the... Yeah, we're not doing anything in here. Okay, let's just turn the workshop off. Suddenly I don't know why that was on. So that's going to help. And then... Is there anything else we can turn off for the time being? We could turn off the batteries. That would really help. We could turn off one of the engineering offices. But I do want to have the hull fully repaired. Where's the other one? Yeah, so our 2 assignable engineering offices are working on that. One person's injured. Do we have excess housing? Maybe we could turn off one of the emergency quarters? We just want to get under the limit if we can. Let's turn off one more. Oops. And let's see if people get upset about that. And then we're going to go look for the missing ship. The missing ship pieces. Nebula. Yeah, see, upgrade stellar cartography. We don't have that capacity. I thought that we might get it as we went. So let's fly around a little bit. We're slowly recharging the batteries, and so far nobody's claiming that they don't have a place to sleep. I kind of feel like we searched the points leading over there. A Class D planet, small planetoid, no atmosphere. We could pick up some duranium here, and we can use it. So let's shoot the thermal beam. Screw it, let's launch the torpedo. Like, we've got roughly a 66% chance of getting it. Yay, we got all 65. Because we need it to repair the hull, is what I'm thinking about. And now we'll go over here. Zara is asking if I've played Pal World. I have not. It looks very cool, but like with most early access games, I'm kind of curious to check it out when it's done. We don't have enough science points to research anything new. And by the way, can we upgrade this at some point? Missing technology, not yet. I didn't think so, but I wanted to be sure. We can upgrade this, and since we researched it, I want to do it. Upgrade. Yes. Yep. Alright, so I think that might take our food offline, but anything we can do to grow more food and be more self-sufficient. We don't want to have to deal with any of these filthy Xenos. Came across an abandoned mining station. Well, I like this one a lot more. Destroy the storage facilities and salvage resources. And once again, I gotta say, I'm getting lucky. It feels good, but we have recouped our duranium, or some duranium, or tritanium. Whatever. And then we're gonna head over here. Oh, nice. Zara's hugely addicted. Captain, crew morale is declining. Okay, Nunez, we'll work on it, buddy. Plasma conduit overload.
Captain, we've taken a massive hit. A sudden surge, likely from that subspace eddy, has caused a plasma conduit overload. Multiple ruptures are reported. Some rooms are severely damaged and offline. They'll require immediate repair and resources.
3 rooms got damaged. Okay, we're gonna pull them off hull duty then. Ship. Oh, we gotta get the mess hull back up and running. No available repair team. We will get one. We will unassign from hull repair and assign to fix the mess hall. And then over here, unassigned from hull repair. So our choices are shield generator or emergency quarters. We're going to do the shield generator because we'll just turn on one of the other emergency quarters. So we're going to repair. And then the people that lived there are going to come live here. You've been reassigned, ensigns. And where do we stand on power? I think that we can do... Wait. Hold on. Okay, that might be too many emergency quarters. Okay, this is good news. We're charging the batteries. We are repairing the rooms. Everything is great. Marine ecosystem. Sensors detect a pelagic planet with diverse ecosystem, whose oceans are home to a multitude of plants, fish, and life forms. We would like to get the best payout that we can, and that is... So this has a higher upside and a worse downside. I think that we're going to go with the more likely upside. Let's send a shuttle. Fucking hell! The shuttle got attacked by sea creatures and we lost contact. 3 people died. We lost a shuttle and morale dropped by 200 points. You literally couldn't have done worse. They didn't even land. They just warped light speed directly into the planet's crust. Awesome. Now we got to figure out how to build another shuttle. Great work, guys. Let's build a standard shuttle. Damn it. This is going to take some of our dilithium. Tom, you're on it. It's going to take 3 weeks, by the way. Also, my condolences to your families. Your mess hall will now give out emergency rations. I think that's all we can do, right? If we enter the ship. Yeah. Okay. Hydroponics bay has been upgraded. We repaired the shield generator and the mess hall. Let's turn that back on. I feel like the shield generators we always want to have on. Like, unless we just cannot afford them, like we can't. Because you never know when you might get attacked. Hydroponics bay is back online. And now the mess hall is back online. Now that puts us at power parity. I would like to charge up the remaining 60 joules there, or whatever we measure them with in Star Trek terms. We don't need those emergency quarters because we've got them down here. And we might ask some of the crew to sleep in the hall. Yeah, because we want to have... in 30 days, sorry guys, it's just 1 month. You guys are cool with that, right? If we can have them sleep in the halls for 1 month, then we can get our batteries fully charged. And I feel like that's for the good of the rest of the crew. What's that? I should sleep in the hall? Oh, no, I'm the captain, please. Quickly beam aboard any... yeah. Well, we can't actually store all of this, so I think let's come back on that. Like, I don't want to do it right now. So we have reason... we don't know if this is going to be an away mission. We don't know if this is going to be attack. We don't know what it's going to be. So let's just double check. Our shield generator is on. Our phaser control room is on. Can we assign somebody here, by the way? Oh, a security person. Yeah. B'Elanna's not doing anything. Okay, here you go. That didn't really occur to me before, but she'd be cool with that. Wait, why is Chakotay working in the shield generator room? I thought we had him on aerospace duty. You know what? I'm so sorry. We could turn this off. Yeah, and then nobody has to sleep in the hall. Okay, joking aside, let's turn off the aerospace shuttle bay, and we will turn the emergency quarters back on. There we go. Now everybody has a place to sleep, and we'll charge up the batteries in less time. Okay, now we will go forward with the quest. Energy spike ahead. Oh! Voyager sensors detect a gruesome sight. The lifeless bodies of 2 Kazon adrift in the cold vacuum of space. Their eyes are wide with terror, their faces contorted in a silent scream. The crew exchanges horrified glances. Who are these unfortunate souls, and what led to their grim fate in the depths of space?
Seska's already adapted that module. The Kazon are using it.
An accident or an execution? Beam the bodies to sickbay. Neelix, the doctor could use your assistance. Captain, the autopsy revealed a residual transporter signature. These Kazon were beamed into space alive. Let's ask Neelix for inside information. Mr. Neelix, do you know these Kazon by name? Oh my, oh he actually does. That's Jal Haran, the first Maj of the Kazon Relora. Sworn enemies of the Nistrum, one of the strongest Kazon sects. Lots of ships, lots of warriors. An execution like this would be conceivable, given the people involved. Barbaric. What else can we find out? Are we picking up anything else? Yes, Captain. I've picked up Culluh's warp signature easily. It was like following a trail of breadcrumbs.
Like he wants to be found. An ambush. Culluh's objective is clear. He wants Voyager. He's drawing us to them. Rather than doing him a favor, I recommend a specialized away team recover the module. It will be dangerous. Hey, we got a gold vote. We vote on everything for the gold vote. So today's gold vote, or this one, will be confront Culluh with Voyager or send an away team. Send an away team. You're right, Commander. We send a fully armed away team. Craft a modified coil scanner in the workshop. We're gonna have to turn this back on. And like we can, how much power is this? Oh, it's only 3. All right, Carrie, you're with me. So this is affordable. And it gives us something, you know, we'll have 5 days where we can now fly around and recoup what we just spent on it. So we're still pretty packed on tritanium, but we are out of duranium. So let's see if we can find some. We picked up a distress signal of a heavily damaged space station around a nearby planet, quickly losing altitude on a collision course with the planet's surface. We detected multiple life signs within the station. Well, we're not going to let these people die. Even if it's risky, we're going to lock onto any life signs and beam them aboard, especially if they have teeth and diseases. Oh. It's a disaster, Captain. We couldn't get a lock on any life form before the station broke apart. So the same as having done nothing. Like, we did our best and morale fell by 300 points. Okay, well. Oh, by the way, we have to check what we're serving in the mess hall. I think it's regular food now that I look at it, which is good. But we stumbled on a massive debris field. Let's... I mean, I want dilithium, but we've had a run of bad luck lately. I don't think that we can survive anymore. Let's be cautious and salvage anything that seems safe. We got +1. Nobody died this time. So, we don't have anything specific. Hold on. Didn't we want one of our crews to do something? We've got 3... do we turn off one of our engineering bays? Is there anything else that we want one of them to do? We could bring this life support online, except we can't because we don't have the duranium for it. We can repair this room. I actually don't know why we didn't, but we can just have it ready. Oh, that's why, because we can't afford it. And yeah, I think that we turn off one of the engineering offices then. Let's just power that down for now. And honestly, the other one as well. We'll just save that power. And when possible, we will go ahead and repair this. And otherwise, we've got... How are we doing on science? There's nothing that we can research. Cass is busy making food for us. In 3 days, we're eating 30 per turn, and in 3 days, she'll have 1 day's meal for us. Or, sorry, 2 days' meal. How are we doing here? I think that we might want to switch over to replicator rations. No, let's let the food run down. We're gonna be fine. Okay, I think that we have the... I think we can go get it from Culluh's Raider now.
We are out of duranium, so I have to say that I think that we are going to aim for the slightly more risky thing of blowing it up with a torpedo. Okay, we got 68, which is a lot more than we would have gotten. Let's look at repairing... Oh, we did repair the emergency quarters. Somehow. Nope, we didn't. It's over here. Okay. And the hull is basically packed, and the batteries are almost full. So let's turn this place on, and we're going to assign it to hull repair. And yeah, batteries are going to be charged, and we are going to go send an away team against some Kazon. Wherever that happens. From Culluh's radar. Where is that? Oh, over here. Emergency rations. I think that we will serve premium replicator rations because morale is dropping. And that's going to just cost us some more deuterium. Okay, hold on. Let's enter ship because we're actually going to turn this off. I just wanted to have it available. And if we turned off another one, like, yeah, then we wind up with homeless people. So we're just going to leave that there. Okay, so we're getting attacked by a Kazon carrier and Kazon Swarm Alpha. We're still more powerful than they are, and B'Elanna Klingon is doing some great work for us. So let's start combat.
What are your orders, Captain?
Well, the big ship is big, and it's right in front of us. Shield generator's right up front. Let's target their shield generator first.
Moving to
oh, wait,
the
that's
front,
the warp core. That also works. Okay, hold on. If they're going to show us their weapons array, they've got 2 weapons array and a shield generator. Let's target their shield generator.
Moving to attack the port side. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay, I think that we launch a torpedo at them.
The enemy is fled, Captain.
Okay, and then the other one, we're going to change our target. And we're going to... How are... Yo, our shields are fine. Yeah, no, we're doing great. Let's B'Elanna, and then we're going to target their weapons.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, I was about to say that we're messing them up real good. Okay, we got some deuterium off of them, duranium, and morale, all of which we can really use. Okay, we want to scan. Oh, right, we can't do that. So that's where we're headed. Here's the thing. We are low on deuterium, low on food, although I think we just got a little bit of food, so we can go back on regular food rations for a minute. The morale situation can get dire in a hurry, so I just want to be mindful of that. Yeah, let's see what we can find on our way over. An abandoned ship in space. We can get some tritanium. And right at the moment, let's see if we can get all of it. Our shuttle is done. 66 is more than we can handle. Hold on, let's leave for now. Let's go to ship. Let's swap over one of our cargo bays. If we take this off of duranium, we're going to be okay. But if we moved over one of the fuel bays, yeah, we will move that over. Fuel is more critical, but right now that cargo bay is empty. We'll send the shuttle over. All right, 29. Do we want to do... I don't think I want to do emergency rations right now. Let's enter the ship and swap over to premium replicator rations. As Voyager approaches a debris field, the scans pick up a faint electrical signal from a heavily damaged android. There are no signs indicating where it came from or what caused the damage. Beam the android aboard and start repairs to assess its origin and function. Scan the android to potentially gain insight into its origin or intended purpose, or abandoned. Let's start repairs, because it has a higher upside. And it's a likely upside. God damn it to hell! The worst available outcome. The team cannot repair the android and the resources are gone. Still, data from its systems... I'm sorry, he's not here right now. Offers Voyager valuable insight to their journey. We got some science points, which are actually very welcome. So before we go anywhere, what do we want to research? So right at the moment, we're feeling a fuel pinch. So... let's look at engineering. Shuttle bay level 2, not really. Negotiation tactics. We're not seeing a lot of trade offers lately, which is also why I turned off the aeroship thing. And then the workshop level upgrade, we're not... like, it's nice, but also we spend that time scavenging for materials. Science is... I have so much difficulty figuring out how to move. That's a quality of life thing. I feel like increases rewards on away missions is the better option here. Yeah, I want to get that. Because right now we need all the rewards we can get. We're going to be out of fuel in a couple days. I think that we're going to switch off of the replicator rations. And go back on emergency rations, which is not great, but... yeah, people are super upset about being here. Oh, Class P planet, it's frozen up. Let's see if we can get as much... Yep, we're going to send the shuttle. We will get lots of, I hope, duranium and some dilithium as well. I don't think that we can hang out here. Negative 64 per turn is lethal. Fuel and Fury. Captain, scanners indicate a well-armed Kazon vessel. They're hailing us. It seems like they ran out of fuel. Our scanners also located a notable amount of titanium on board. We can do nothing with them. There's no trade available for them. A Class G planet. Let's send a mining team. Yes, to see if we can get some of this duranium. And now, at long last... well, so this we can scan, because apparently the whole system is not a nebula. Wait, really? Okay, maybe I can't be in the nebula. Do I want to fly over here, and then we can scan the rest of the things? We are very light on fuel right now. Let's just go here. Yeah, no, I know deuterium is running low. 25 cycles to stock up on 900 deuterium. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, we're going to go on the away mission. Recommended trait survivalist. So let's have our survivalist go in there. I think we still only have the one. Yes. He brings some phaser ability. We could also bring some more phaser ability, but we want some wrench ability. And I love bringing Harry Kim everywhere that we go. He's got wrench and science. B'Elanna Klingon has wrench and phaser. And Kess has diplomacy and medicine and science. Medicine isn't specifically marked. Yeah, he's got Starfleet ability. I think that's got to be military ability or something, which is separate from combat. Let's send Harry. And then I think we're always going to send 3 people when we can. Who else? I guess who's the lowest level is probably a safe way to think about it. Neelix could go. Let's send Tom. Yeah, Tom can help out with the wrenches. It really feels like he's just dead weight, though. Because he can only help out on wrenches. Let's send B'Elanna Klingon. She can do 2 of the 3 things that we want to do. Captain, an unknown signal is jamming our beaming frequency. We can't get a lock on the transporter module. So, Harry and B'Elanna can work together. Modify the coil scanner to bypass the jam. Required 125? Jesus Christ. These are our best people, too. Okay, let's go for that. Fuck. Yeah, well, not surprising. The away team is unable to unblock the beaming frequency. The team has no choice but to board the freighter. Captain, we boarded the raider. The transport module should be located on the bridge, which is heavily guarded. Orders. We'd use the food. We could use the morale, but we could really use the food. She's fatigued. If we did both of them, if we have any chance of failure, we have a guarantee of failure. Or we can have Chakotay do this and get the morale. The thing is, we know that we want him aboard for, like, there's going to be a survivalist challenge, and I kind of want to have him fresh for it. But he gets fatigued either way. Yeah, let's do this one. We're going to go for the morale. We're going to coordinate a stealthy infiltration. This team sneaks past the guards like shadows. They reach the bridge undetected. Captain, we've reached the bridge entrance. Eyes on the target. It's heavily guarded. Any suggestions? So this is where we'd want Chakotay. Yeah, he was going to get fatigued either way. So my inclination is fake a negotiation with Seska to distract the guards from the coil scanner. That has the highest output. I'm probably going to do that. The other options are attack the guards to divert their attention away from the transporter module. This is, I mean, if we did this, it's actually more of a risk, more of a chance of failure. And then overclock the coil scanner for maximum reach. If we did that, we'd get some morale, which kind of need, but also we'd miss out on all of this fuel, which we desperately need. So we're going to hope that Chakotay isn't too tired. Chakotay, we're really counting on you, buddy. All right, he did it. Chakotay steps forward, appealing to Seska's sense of loyalty and offering a chance for redemption. The guards hesitate, and the away team seizes the opportunity, destroying the module. Mission accomplished, Captain. We're being pursued. So we can go with suppression fire to slow them down, create sensor distractions during your escape to lure them away, or hack a control panel to block a door, slowing the pursuers down. We have tritanium. We have duranium. We need science and morale. So I'd really like to do this thing. And we have to be pretty close to, like, success. So we're going to put both of them on and hope for a golden outcome. Oh, we did it. Critical success. By hacking a door panel, the away team blocks the way between them and their pursuers. They find a bank account and rip them off, and then reach their shuttle and escape. So we got 22 science and 150 morale, which is not a small amount of either. Like, we really needed that. Okay, injury-free bonus. Hey, Chakotay, you can't be the same level as Harry Kim. We want Harry Kim to be the highest. Captain, the away team successfully returned. Good job, team. It was a close call. Too close for my taste. I'm thankful Culluh didn't catch you. Speaking of Culluh, Captain...
I'm sure you're incredibly proud of your little trick, Janeway. Too scared to face us directly.
Snarky or calm? Let's go with snarky. I don't like this guy. Who's the real coward? Those words from your mouth, Culluh? You don't dare face us without backup.
Don't think we're done. You only bought yourself some time.
I hope not.
That was a brilliant maneuver, Captain, but they'll be back.
The crew seemed to like it when she was a little bit snarky. Let's take it lightly. And hello to Ginger Beef. If we have to meet again, let's hope it's over a nice cup of coffee, Commander. Helm, set a course for home. Congratulations, you've completed maneuvers. You can now move on to the next sector or remain in this one. I think we very much cannot remain in this one. I think we've got to go on. So I think that we will probably wrap up here, like in this sector and go forward. let's take a look though, because we've got a couple planets that are like right here. That's duranium, which we don't need. That's food, which we do need. And that's duranium, which we don't need. And that's a person. And we can't scan in there. That's food. And that's what we definitely need. So thank God we did get some of this. Here's the question. Can we go on regular food just for a couple days? We can go on food for 1 day. Cass, how are you coming with food? Not for 5 days. Well, we'll get what we can. And I'd like to try to get some food here, and I'd like to scoop up all the duranium that we can. And those will be our only 2 stops.
Captain, some crewmen got into a heated discussion over our current situation, which ultimately resulted in a fight breaking out. Tensions are high, and the last thing we need out here is to be at each other's throats. 13 crew got injured. That was a hell of a bar fight.
We're going to keep them on emergency rations for a minute. Sorry. Let me go back. Because hopefully we can get the food here. So we need as much food as we possibly can, and fortunately our level 2 hydroponics bay makes this more likely than not. Use the knowledge of cultivating food to harvest more. Yeah, because they're abandoned. We need all 800 if we can possibly get it. Oh, thank God. Okay, so... Yes. Oh, we lost a bunch of duranium? Well, it's fine. We'll work around that. I didn't want to do that, but... We're okay. We'll be okay. We're going to get a lot of duranium from here, and then we'll go forward. Yep. We're good there, good there. Batteries are full. Everybody has a place to sleep, right? But everybody wants food. I just can't give them... We'll give them regular food now. Okay, that will help so that the morale isn't dropping as quickly, but we're still at negative 31, which is not cool. Okay, the maximum that we can get. Yes, we need it all. Risk flying directly into the atmosphere. As long as we don't hit orange, I think we're going to come out better for it. Right? I think we have to risk it. I'm really low. Okay, well, we got the 500. We took a little bit of damage. The crew is happy about the fulfilled promise, so morale also went up. Okay, that's it. Like, I think we've got to go. Where our morale is hemorrhaging, even if we try to go get that person, we're done. We did the story missions in this sector, and we really don't want to get attacked by any more Vidians. Although we kind of do, because we get a reward every time we do it. I think that's it. We go to the next sector.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. It's been red alert 24/7. The Kazon attacks haven't let up, not for weeks now. Everyone's walking on eggshells. That no mess hall brawl record, yeah, that's history. Today, 2 ensigns nearly started a full-blown riot, all because one of them was chewing too loud. At least it's not because of the Talaxian cuisine. Morale is scraping rock bottom. Worse than when we first realized we were stuck in the middle of nowhere. I bet Culluh and Seska are having a blast, laughing at our misery. And misery is putting it mildly. If the scuttlebutt's accurate, the crew's patience is wearing thin. Me? I'm fed up too, but I'm sticking with the captain. She's not bad at all, although her coffee intake has become exemplary.
Captain, there's a growing movement aboard Voyager. 35 crew members threatening to leave. They're frightened, and they're losing hope.
Any suggestions, Commander?
We need to focus on lifting their spirits, make this ship feel more like home again, give them some distraction. But I'm afraid there's more to consider. Security reports show a resurgence of Kazon activity. We should anticipate another attack, and soon.
I'll see what can be done, Commander, but I make no promises. Homesickness settles deeper with every light year we cross. Though we edge closer to the Alpha Quadrant, the endless distance before us weighs heavily on the crew's spirit. I see their longing grow quiet but relentless, and know this strain tests not just our morale but our resolve to persevere. So we're now... The homesickness is real. Okay, hold on, let me just... There we go. Scan first. So we could still use some fuel, and actually I don't think we do have any cargo bays that we can shift over for it. Let's take a look here, here, here. Nope. That food looks delicious. All right. I don't think we want to stop for fuel just yet. We are eating the food here. Let's see, 13 people are wounded, and... Wait, who's quarterless? Really? Okay, yeah, we'll just turn one of these back on. That helps out a little bit, I think. I hope. I don't know, nothing happened when I turned that back on. But we can afford it in terms of that. And the deuterium is doing okay, so let's go to the story. Adrift ship. Captain, we reach our destination. We've arrived. The ship looks really beat up. Let's scan them first. I feel like that's always a safe thing. I want to know what we're dealing with. 5 life signs. Faint. The ship's been hit hard with radiation. We should be careful, Captain. Hail them. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. We received your distress call.
Hey, thank you for coming. We already lost hope. I'm Captain Rivas. We were exploring a nearby nebula. We were unprepared for subnucleonic radiation. Our ship couldn't manage the exposure. We've been stuck here in radiation sickness.
Judging by the containment levels, they won't last long.
The radiation destroyed our warp coils. We're dead in the water. We can't get back to the medical facility at our base.
Let's treat them in sickbay. Wouldn't we want to do that? We can always take them home afterwards. I feel like we'd want to try to make them better in sickbay. We'll beam you aboard our sickbay. Stand by. Captain, I regret to inform you that the radiation damage is irreversible. The condition of the patients is beyond my capabilities.
Thank you for trying. If you could spare some polyferronide to repair our warp coils?
Captain, we can't spare any polyferronide. Our supply is critically low, and we need it for the warp drive. Although if we found a deposit somewhere... well, I want to help them. We won't leave you adrift in space, Rivas. We'll find the polyferronide.
Thank you, Captain. Our only hope you'll be back in time.
We'll be back soon, I promise. Tricky. Polyferronide is rare. Any ideas, anyone? Well, Captain, we're not too far from the Draven system. The moons of Draven 2 might have polyferronide, but we need permission from the Dravens first. Well, let's ask them about it. We have a level 1 Neelix aboard. Drayans? A very private species, Captain. Private? Well, Captain, a long time ago, the Drayans became over-reliant on technology, so they cut themselves off from it, and from the outside world. Let's try our luck. Helm, set a course for Drayan 2. Fly to Drayan 2. We will do. The question is... Well, I think we go there now, to be honest. Yeah, anything that we try to pick up, we're kind of at capacity, which raises the question, don't we need to have more... cargo bay? We don't have enough to turn that on. We do have enough to turn this on. I think we turn on this and we make it into cargo bays so that we can carry around more stuff. Let's repair. Now that's going to take 7 cycles. If we go on about our business, I'm sure that we'll have an occasion to come back here. And I'm sorry, Harry, you are researching something too. Yes. All right, let's go to Sector. And this is where our story takes us, 10 days away. In 10 days, we'll be fine. All right, I don't think we can research anything. The navigational deflector it's one of those things that we do want it, and it'll be great when we can. I'm not as into that. And then for combat, we can't get this, right? Yeah, we're going to need 70 science for almost anything, I think. Yep, even that. Just looking. Officers' quarters. That level. Workshop level 2. Yeah, anything is going to be 70. All right, so we'll just let Harry Kim chill out for now. Okay, we're going to turn this on. Yes, we can spare this for the energy. And then cargo bays. I think that we try to clear this out. Let me just check here. Yeah, we'll be good. That'll be fine. And our hull is at full integrity. I think that means that we can shut down one of our engineering bays, too. Unassigned from hull repair, and we're gonna turn the switch off. Yep, we'll turn that back on when we need it. Captain, 2 Kazon raiders approaching. Weapons charged. Battle stations. Okay, we should be okay. We've got all of our shields and weapons up. B'Elanna Klingon, do we want to switch her out for anybody? Or do we want to switch out anybody else? Canute does Kazon aggression, increases phaser fire rate and movement speed for a limited time. I kind of feel like I want to have Canute and B'Elanna working together, but I want B'Elanna over here. I really got accustomed to her. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's put Canute there and B'Elanna Klingon there.
What are your orders, Captain?
We're going to attack the closer one, and we're going to hit them directly in the warp core.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
All right, we're going to have a clear shot at their starboard side. Let's switch up for their weapon systems.
Moving to attack the starboard side, Captain. Any ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Oh, damn it! Oh, I didn't mean to shoot a torpedo. Okay, that was ultra dumb. Whoops. I don't think that I can, like, get those back. So, hold on. How are we... Stop. I pressed shift. I don't even know why I did it. I don't know what was in my head. For this guy, we are... What are we aiming at? I think his nose is facing that way, so we're again on his starboard side. Let's aim at his shields.
Moving to attack the starboard side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Well, not that destroyed. We took out that arc, but we want that subsystem dead.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, they ran away. I really wasted a torpedo. They tricked me by being near my shift button. We did get to steal some food from them. Scanners have picked up a Class M and Class M planet, absolutely teeming with plant life. Voyager could restock its food supplies, although it would mean a slight detour. Captain, we've picked up a Class M planet on an M-class planet, teeming with plant life. We could restock our food supplies, though it would be a little detour. No, we literally don't have time for that. Like, those people are going to die. Our food supplies still look good. We don't need this detour. Also... But I have bad news for you. Tuvix was not going to happen. I can think of at least one reason why Tuvix was not going to happen. Yeah, no, we have to... Like, I thought that we were on a timetable. So what would have happened if we went on that, though? I guess we'll never know. I wasn't trying to skip a story mission. I thought it was asking us, do you want to... Are you so low on food that you need it? Because we're not. And then the people that we're trying to help, we're going to get dead. Yeah, I feel like we have to be I don't know for a fact, but I feel like we're supposed to do this quickly. Draven 2, let's send the away team. Send down a survey team. We'll contact the Drayans. Alright, so we want to have Starfleet power. Oh, we need a little bit of everything. And a pilot. Well, I do think that we have one of those. We have 2 pilots that we could send. So let's send Tom, and he fills out a lot of stuff. We have a Kazon pilot, so let's send Kanat, who is also Starfleet and Phaser. And then we'd want to have Beakers and Galactic Knowledge, or whatever that is. Harry Kim has Beakers. Kess. Kess is perfect. We send Kess. Okay. Descending to Dryan 2. Stable. Wait, we lost control. We're going down. I sent 2 pilots! Why do they suck so hard? Let's emergency landing procedure. And gosh, wow, Kanut, Tom Paris. Kanut's a better pilot than you are. Let's go for that. But we're only going to put one on. I know that we could get the... Do we want to get the perfect outcome? We can definitely use the bonus fuel. I feel like that's a little wasteful, but we're going to do it. The pilot skillfully crash lands the shuttle. Miraculously, the away team emerges unscathed. And we got 600 gas out of it. We could repair... Wait, did you hear that? Something's here. Attempt to negotiate with something? Why don't we fire a magic missile into the dark? Scan the surroundings with your tricorders. Use force if necessary. He has a 100% success rate if we use him to use force if necessary. And she has a 100% success rate if we have her look through her tricorder, and they're fatigued. They will unfatigue, and she'll be, she'll get the reward for us. We're gonna do that. The tricorder detects 3 children who emerge from the bush and plead for protection. God, can you imagine if we just used force? just fired our phasers randomly into the brush? Saying that their elders plan to kill them, and a creature from a nearby cave is hunting them. The away team's tricorders detect no other life signs. Suddenly they hear another shuttle landing nearby. Looks like a Drayan shuttle. A squad just deployed from it, and they're armed. We can hide with the children, mask everybody's biosignatures, or stun them. This seems like a very unlikely story, that a group of kids are, like, being murdered by the elders. I feel like we either need to hear their side of the story about it or kill the shit out of the elders. Because why would they do this? This seems like a really elaborate way to execute children. Hide with the children. Or stun them. Stun them does not have a very high chance of success. No. Hide with the children. Oh, but this has no reward to it at all. Mask everybody's bio... Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. This is probably not going to happen. I think that we ask Kanat to hide with the kids. If we had hit red, I would have, like, been upset. They find cover in the surrounding terrain. The Drayan squad search the area in vain. After a while, the shuttle flies off. We need to fix our shuttle and get these kids out of here before more Drayans come along. Standard repairs or emergency repairs? Okay, standard repairs are just not going to happen. There's no way. If we put both of these guys on it, yeah, I think that Kanut is going to get super fatigued, but I feel like this is our best bet. The reward isn't as good, but this is a guaranteed failure. The away team somehow repairs the shuttle. Miraculously, they take off, but fail to notice a Drayan ship tailing them. Alright, everybody got some experience. And thanks to our transporter room bonus, we got a little bit more, which is good. So We're doing okay now on fuel. We've got the metal. We've got the titanium. Yeah, we're back in it. We're doing okay. Captain, the moon's atmosphere is blocking communications with the shuttle. Shall we contact the Drayans? Let's ask Neelix for some reason. Mr. Neelix, first contact relies heavily on first impressions. Any advice?
I'd recommend connecting with them emotionally. No technobabble.
Hail them. Greetings, I'm Captain Catherine Janeway of the Starship Voyager.
I am Alicia, First Prelate. May this day find you at peace. We do not have guests often. How can we help?
Our intentions are sincere. Cooperation and open communication with your people. We've encountered an irradiated ship in dire need of repair. The crew is on borrowed time and will die if they don't get treatment soon. Their warp coils require polyferronide. We were hoping to trade with you.
A noble cause. Now tell me, what is important to you?
Polyferronide. Do you need me to spell it? So the crew. I mean, if we're supposed to connect with them emotionally, the crew, the heart of the ship, I'd be nothing without them.
Interesting. We also prioritize bonds between people. We will gladly trade with you. Let us discuss dots. Excuse me, Captain. I have urgent matters to attend to. I will be back.
Captain, the away team has returned. So soon? Several Dryan children were brought along. They claim the Dryans left them on the moon to die and returned to speed up the process. The Dryans tried to kill their own children? The children claim so. They were in poor health and are currently in sickbay. Captain, Alcia's is hailing. Her ship's powering up weapons. On screen.
You have violated our sacred moon and abducted our people. Return them.
We rescued them. They were left there to die.
They were fulfilling their sacred duty.
You call hunting children a sacred duty?
Children? Captain, these children are our elders. When a Dryan nears death, they undergo the rite of passage on our sacred moon. They may appear as children to you, but that is how they age. Their shuttle crashed and their guardians died. Confused, they must have forgotten. Please return them. It is crucial that they die on our moon to fulfill their spiritual journey.
Their weapons are fully powered. Well, I think this is a vote for sure. Do we trust her or protect the children? Okay, trust Alcia. The Delta Quadrant never ceases to amaze. I trust you, Alcia.
Thank you. I sense the kindred spirit in you, Captain Janeway. I'm glad you respect our tradition. Accept this polyferronide. May your acts of kindness echo throughout the galaxy. 1 polyferronide.
Thank you, Altia. We'll beam your people over. Farewell.
Goodbye, Captain.
Helm, take us back to Rivas. Maximum warp. So, like, again, we do need to do that. We're pretty well stocked, but at least we're going to scan around. Hold on one second. Let's look here. I mean, we're even good on deuterium right now. Did we get that cargo bay situation done? Yeah, so... Sorry, I'm not trying to zoom in and out that much. Let's clear this room. And we cannot cargo bay just a 2-slot. I feel like we really don't need... Oh, wait, we super need this. Wait, where do we get all these people from? Damage? Wait, when did this get damaged? This must have happened in the fight, is my only guess. Okay, sorry. We have to rework a few things. I didn't realize that we were in a bad position. So, here's what we do. We turn on the engineering office. We assign the work crew over here. We turn on this engineering office. We repair the hull. Apparently... Yeah, when did all of this happen? Okay, so, sorry, hold on. We need to... We can't have these people hanging out. We've got real morale problems, and the ship is going to be fine. Let's go back here. Unassigned from hull repair. Wait, no. A better idea. You go to hull repair. You stop removing that, and then come over here and repair this. Okay. Now, that's good. I have to assume that that happened in the fight, because we didn't get any other... And the life support got damaged here. This is another reason that we're offline. Okay, we're going to let them fix that, and then we're going to... We can't do food. We're good on titanium. Yeah, we can't really fit some more uranium in here. And I don't want to just, like, hang out here. Like, I don't want to just press X and wait until we need something. What else would we do with our time? So this will be done in one day, and then we will have more cargo. What would we want to put in there? Probably deuterium, because we're going to spend a whole bunch flying back to where we came from. Yes, all right, so let's go get some deuterium, and we'll just make sure the cargo bay is set to accept it. Enter ship, cargo bay, come here, set it to deuterium. We're not going to lose anything, right? All right, so now we can store up to 2,000. So now we can pick up whatever we need to right here. And hello to Haseo! Haseo, I hope that you had a great weekend. Let's look at this. We've altered course to investigate a distress signal, but something feels off. Sensors show an unidentified vessel closing fast. It's an ambush. What? Terrible, right, but we're gonna fight them, right? Yeah, 1 Kazon Raider, I feel like we'll be okay.
What are your orders, Captain?
We're going to not shoot any torpedoes. I'm gonna take my hand off of the shift button, and we're gonna aim at their weapons.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, we've got a clear shot at their aft. Let's switch it up for fire on their engines.
Moving to attack. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay, they are dead in the water. Let's take it directly to their warp core.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, now we've got a good shot. Now we're going to stay on their warp core. Okay, they gave up. So right there we got a bunch of deuterium, duranium, and morale. So we didn't get... Oh, and look at all the deuterium. Now we're rolling in it. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else for us to get from this system right now. Boy, if we could get some more food. And we can't build anything right now because of that damage that we took, right? Crew quarters will be done in 1. That's going to take care of our housing problem. And this is on pause. Everybody's busy. No, somebody is not busy. So let's put that back up. Yeah, I think that we just go. If I just, like, press E, we're only going to get ourselves into morale problems. So we'll head out to sector. Let's head back and help those people that needed the polyferronite. Crew quarters are back online. Now we'll assign somebody to repair this stack where we had all of the emergency quarters. And then we do probably want to look at rebuilding some of those quarters into nicer quarters. Life support is active. All right, so we'll turn that back on. We're at perfect energy capacity. So our batteries are full and we're using all of our gas. This will be cleared up. I don't think we'll hit that limit. Oh, we could put a battery in here if we wanted to. Are there any single square units? No, not cargo bay. And a single battery compartment would work well. Nobody sleeps in a single. Nope, we can't do that. So one thing I'm thinking is we unbuild 2 of these. I think that if we put 2 crew quarters on here instead of 3 emergency quarters, we wouldn't have as much bedding, but they'd be much happier because these are a drain on morale. So I kind of think that we ask them to suck it up until we have that ready. How much is it to build crew quarters? Yeah, this is negative morale. This is no morale. I don't think we need a sick bay, a second sick bay. And we're fine on holodecks. $10 crew versus 12. Yeah, I think that we do exactly that. Let's dismantle this. We're not going to hit maximum, are we? Oh god, I think we might. I think we might have to save this plan for a little bit. And in that case, do we want to... I didn't realize the shield generator was still offline. Do we want a battery backup in here? 120 energy. It really helped out. It really did when we needed to run a little bit past capacity for a while. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. Ruined room is done. Oh, and we do have science. I don't have a strong opinion on what to research, but let's get something happening. So ruined room is going to be fine. And I think we want to put like cargo bays down here. That's... Whoop, hold on. I did not mean to click that button. Cargo bay. We can do 2 cargo bays down here, and I think that'll help out a lot. What are our crews on right now? Let's take you off hull repair, because I really want another cargo bay. Okay. Battery compartment is online. Now, we're running at capacity, so we want to find something to shut it down to charge the battery. Oh, and hello to Bones! Are there beavers in this game? Or where are the beavers? We haven't yet found the planet of the beavers, but that blue one coming up, I hear that they really like to build dams. Bones, I hope you're having a great end to your Sunday. Hopefully not... I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, work-wise, but this part of it is fun at least. Interesting, Phil Campbell died. Harmonious Crow was not a big fan of the music, but I know a legend when I see one. Inner liked Motorhead, Ace of Spade. There's a planet of beavers? Well, yes, in Timberborn. But is there another one in Star Trek? I hope so. Let's... Hold on, what did we want? Shield generator. No, we want to turn something off. Can we turn off 1 emergency quarters? We can. A whole planet of beavers would be great. This is still damaged because we've never been able to repair that. Yeah, that's... Oh, we almost can, though. Yes, we're only light on the duranium. Okay, new plan. We want to do this a lot. That would open up a lot of storage space for us. Let's turn the battery compartment on. And we actually are starting to charge already, so we don't have to do anything more. I think we unbuild this. Yes, let's do that. We're going to dismantle it. And we're going to dismantle that and we'll try to get some crew quarters in there. Alright, we're good on deuterium. We could use some food, and we want to stop... Let's do the ship first, because this is an urgent crisis. Crow says that they're led by their magnificent Justin Beaver. Our cargo bays are online. Let's configure where we want them to do. We're removing the emergency quarters, yes. And now this is where they're going to get mad at me, but we need more space to put in the crew quarters. So we're going to remove this. And that's going to make some of them quarterless. And then We want to turn on the cargo bay and the cargo bay. Now, what do we want to hold? So they're both set to deuterium. We're slightly discharging our batteries, and that's fine. The duranium. Let's, just to be sure we don't accidentally lose any, let's switch this over to duranium. And then we'll see if we need that for the food. And I would love to charge the batteries as opposed to discharging them. Because, like, when we turn the shield generator on, we want to be ready to go. Let's set our engineers to hull repair. Crew quarters we don't want to turn off. Mess hall we don't want to turn off. Cargo bay. Well, what are these set to right now? This is fuel, and we're not at that capacity. We could turn off one of these briefly, and I know that we just set another one to be that. That gets us to plus power. If we turn off another one, though, we're gonna be in trouble. Let's turn off a duranium one. Yes. Oops. Okay, now we're charging the batteries. Rivas' ship is within hailing range, Captain. Hail them.
Captain, your return. Polyferronite. What's up?
We could try this again, but what use do I have for the polyferronite? Let's just turn it over. We're beaming over the polyferronite, Rivas.
We're grateful, except minerals found. Least can do. Thank duranium.
So we got duranium, food, deuterium, tritanium, and the 30 science points, honestly, is the most valuable stuff there. Thank you. Set a course for home. Okay, and we got the... Oh, and the dilithium is really good there, too. Let's take a quick look to see if we want to research something. Let's look at combat. Improved fire rate. I don't want to get on the bad side. We're doing a lot of combat lately. Regenerative shielding. There's going to be lots of cool stuff in here. Salvage protocol sounds... Yes, increases reward after one combat. I like reaching for that. So let's go for tier 2 combat. Yep. We're going to start that right now. And then our work crews are busy. This is going to be gone in one day, and then we'll build a crew quarters in here. Also, I'm just going to note, I'm not sure what, like, the main story is here yet. It could be a couple different things. Yeah, no, I know I'm already here. Okay, we're good on deuterium. We want 90 duranium. So let's see. Yeah, let's go right here. There's our emergency quarters gone. And we don't quite have enough to do the repairs. But what we're going to do here is put in the crew quarters. Put that in right there. And then once that's built, we'll probably unbuild another one because we can just sort of like slide them over. Yeah, this is fine. And now let's see if we can get these materials. Blindly beam down, destroy the vehicle, send a shuttle has just a really great track record for us. And now we can turn on one of those decks. We can afford this one. We can afford this one. And this one here... Well, this one has the most, but I think that we have to repair all 3 of these decks to get the holodeck. So let's aim at, I guess, this one. Yeah, because we can go to the other side of the holodeck for this one. This is slightly less expensive, and I want to make sure that we can afford the crew quarters. So what are we saying? We can't do it. All right, let's... Really? What are they doing? One of them is working on the crew, one of them is building this, but what's the third one doing? Unassigned from hull repair. Oh, they're both doing hull repair. Okay, we'll take one of them off that, and then we'll do in this. Wait, that's not it. We wanted this one. Repair. All right. Gas we're good on. We just spent all of our duranium, and we're getting a little low on food. We could also repurpose a cargo bay for food. let's do the geranium. Captain, another Kazon attack. 4 vessels this time. All hands at battle stations. Can I turn on my shield generator? I think we'll be fine, but we have a shield generator that's not on, and I'm getting the sense that I really need to have it on all the time starting right now.
What are your orders, Captain?
Well, we're going to target the closest one. This guy right here. And let's go ahead and nuke him right in the warp core.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, we're on his rear now, so let's do offensive engines.
Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay, stop. So this ship is right in front of us. We've got a direct shot on his bow, so we're going to do offensive to the warp core.
The front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
So I'm a little bit worried about our aft. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage. So let's go to defensive, defend the aft.
Captain.
Okay, that's good. And where are you and where are you? This ship's over here is a little bit closer, but we're gonna try to get them off our ass.
Ability ready, Captain.
Because we're taking some damage in our whatever that is.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay, let's go for attack on their warp core.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
All right, we survived, but we took a bunch of damage on that. Hull breach on deck 3. Hull negative 40. Janeway to engineering. Report.
Jonas here. What do you need, Captain?
Crewman Jonas, where's Torres? Is she all right?
She's busy with the wounded. Guess I'm on comms duty.
Very well. How's the situation engineering?
It's chaos, Captain. A console blew up right in some crew's faces. Pretty nasty. I'm fine, though.
-3 morale. I see. Help the lieutenant. She should report to me when she's done.
It's almost a miracle we went this far without taking casualties.
What are you talking about? We've had multiple people die.
We need to end this now, Captain.
Including Tuvok. You knew him for years. It's fine. We need to end this now.
That deadline the 35 gave us, it's passed.
What? The 35 gave us. I don't know what that means. You sound like you already have a plan, Commander.
An alliance. If we had some Kazon sects as allies, the others wouldn't touch us.
Agree with him? Express your concerns. Snub, he can't be serious. Oh, I like this as a vote. Where the vote was, express your concerns. Nothing we've been through with the Kazon would lead me to believe they're trustworthy.
Desperate times sometimes call for desperate measures.
Captain, we're not far from the planet Sobris, home to the Kazon Pomar. There's someone there who owes me a favor, Jal Tursa. Is he authorized to speak for his sect? Not exactly, but he does have their Maj's ear. We wouldn't be risking confrontation.
Consider this, Captain. This alliance could restore crew faith and give the undecided critical pause in their ultimatum. That offers us a chance and more time.
And it's a golden vote. So, will we seek an alliance with the Kazon or reject Kazon alliance? Gold votes are up for chat. Seek alliance is the vote. Let's give it a shot. Helm, set a course for Sobris. Okay, and I think that we will wind up doing that in the next episode. Let's just take a quick look. Is there anything urgent that we need? Well, the hull is wrecked from all of the attacks. And we don't have any food. So let's just take a look to see what all's happening. Oh, yeah, we took... Oof. Our cargo bays got hit. The brand new cargo base got hit. Okay, so we want to have somebody working on hull duty. You are working on hull duty. You are available. And then our engineering team from sickbay. Okay, so we're building crew quarters. I think we need to pause that. But no, we don't, because we actually really need those crew quarters because one of the emergency quarters got damaged. So, wait, what's the third team doing then? We're building that. We're repairing the hull, and what's the third team doing? Wait, upgrade the warp core to what? Oh, tier 4, really? Oh, I don't know why I didn't assume that you could go above tier 3. Okay, we kind of want to save up for that though, but that's not a today problem. We should probably turn on the Aero Shuttle Bay as well. We can actually afford to do that currently because we have some extra power. We've got one team on the engineering. Sorry, we've got one team on the hull. Where are you guys? Does it tell us? Oh, assigned to life support. Yeah, no, that's important. Where specifically? That's what they're doing. Do I pause this? Yes, I think that we do, because we don't need to bring on more guys right now so much as we need to have... The crew is already so pissed off. We need to repair this, I think, before we can dismantle it. No, we don't. In that case, let's just bite the bullet and dismantle it right now. Hopefully we still get back our equipment, and then we'll just build them better quarters that they will like more. And on that note, we're going to need some duranium, so let's go to this debris field. Voyager discovers a debris field composed mostly of duranium polyalloy, an extremely resilient material. Whatever was once here, a truly devastating weapon must have destroyed it. This unsettling discovery leaves some former Maquis crew members visibly troubled, as though they've seen something like this before. Well, the upshot is very bright here, so let's use our sensor array to concentrate on scanning for any trace of the aggressor's path. Son of a bitch, god damn it. Scans show no result. Voyager cannot take further action and departs while staying alert. Hopefully no harm comes from this unknown threat. Man! Okay, so morale negative 50. That blows. Mr. Goated is saying, would you recommend this game for a non-Star Trek fan, more of a Firefly guy here? I honestly don't know. This is very Star Trek, and specifically, it is very Star Trek Voyager. It has some... I think I'd have to go with no. I don't think that I could recommend this to somebody who doesn't like Star Trek, and even within Star Trek, like specifically Voyager, because the storylines are lifted directly from the series. A lot of the appeal is rewriting the crew's decisions and seeing alternate outcomes from what happened in the show. And as much as I'm enjoying the gameplay loop, I don't think there's enough here to recommend it. I'll say this, if you really, really liked Fallout Shelter, like you, oh man, Fallout Shelter was the thing, and that's like, I really wanted to have stories and stuff like that. There's a niche. I just feel like it's a really, really, really narrow niche of people that would not like Star Trek, but would be into this. A distress signal from an isolated outpost on a moon leads us to a crew suffering from hemorrhagic fever. Yep, we've seen a variant on this before. Let's go with the less bad outcome. Okay, and we got 53, and at least we got the plus 200 morale. The grateful crew gave us all the resources they had as a reward for saving them. Okay, so that will help with our hull repairs, I hope. Food is running a little bit low. We could go to the repair station, but we'd have to pay them. We could pay them, we could pay them in deuterium. I think if we're ever going to visit a repair center, this might be the time. Inner was saying Firefly's getting an animation or something. Not sure if I'm a fan of that. I never saw episodes of The Nevers after Joss Whedon was removed from production. My understanding is that it was super forgettable, and that The Nevers was one of the most promising part 1 season 1s that I can remember, and apparently it just could not sustain after the main creative force went off. I just want to be clear, I'm not saying that Joss Whedon should have stayed on or something. Like, that's a whole other conversation, dude. What I'm saying is that Joss Whedon projects do not have a great track record without Joss Whedon attached to them. So I think that without Joss Whedon on board for Firefly, and with everybody else involved having been 20 years on in age and experience, I don't know who that animation is for. I'm not saying that I won't watch it. I'm not saying that it shouldn't happen. I think that if creative people want to take a swing at it, go for it. I'm just saying that I'm not feeling especially optimistic about it. And then I do want to... Oh, boy. Well, let's read this through this real quick. God was going to say, this is giving Fallout Shelter vibes. I'm a big XCOM fan, though, and I see some of that in this, too. Well, so, like, that's sort of like ant farm view of... You can see inside the ship, but there's nothing resembling tactical missions. When you go on an away mission, it's presented much more like a visual novel. And there are, for a Voyager fan at least, meaningful divergences in the story from how things, like, they'll take an actual episode of the show, but allow it a different way to come out, which can have a rather remarkable impact on what crew members you have available, sort of like the tone of being on the ship. Like, we've lost a major crew member from the show, and I promise I did not want to do that. So, like, it's cool from that, but if you're not a Star Trek fan or not familiar with Voyager specifically, I feel like a lot of this would just bounce right off. If you can find it on, like, a good sale, $15 or less, it would probably gives enough entertainment to sustain that. For me, like, I'm really enjoying it, but I would be hard pressed to recommend it to a non-Star Trek fan. And if you liked XCOM, I would consider Every Day We Fight, which I think is technically in early access. Menace just came out. What's it called? Phoenix Point? Isn't that the name of it? Like, those things, Xenonauts 2, I think, is about to come out of early access, like, be in full release. So, like, I feel like for an XCOM fan, there's more XCOM stuff. And, like, please don't get me wrong. Like, I'm really enjoying this game. I'm trying to think of it from, like, the perspective of somebody else. Azric says The Nevers was so epic, I still have to watch Part B. I would also like to see it, but I've heard it was just like, okay, we are contractually obligated to get these out, and then it's done. The Nevers was so good. You guys, it was so good. I have rarely been that enthusiastic about the opening of a series right from episode 1. I loved it. And whatever else he has going on, Joss Whedon is very good at making television. That does not absolve him of other things. It's just, he's very good at making television. And I don't think that you can take Joss Whedon out of a Joss Whedon project and have it be the same. There's a lot of other people in the world that make great television who are not Joss Whedon and, let's say, don't have some of his extra baggage. So I'm just throwing out there, it's just trying to, like, replace one creative visionary with a completely different person. And by the way, I don't even know who's attached to this Firefly remake, except that Nathan Fillion has apparently gotten a lot of the original cast, you know, those who have survived, to be on board with that. I'll also just say, from me specifically, my early, like, reaction is I don't want to see Adam Baldwin in anything again. I feel like I'm super done with that guy, and he can go do whatever it is that he does with his time. I'm going to live over here and do my stuff. Among other things, here's a fun fact. Adam Baldwin not an assistant, somebody else, insulted JV McMaster on Twitter by calling him fat a whole bunch, which is extremely funny, both to me and Jason McMaster. That dude sucks. He's a huge shithead. I just don't want to have anything to do with Adam Baldwin. The shipbuilding, says Inner, is 100% Fallout Shelter. The rest is a nice story where your choices actually matter. And that's what I like about it. And I like voting with chat. I like having chat vote on the major outcomes. Good point about the game and really enjoying your stream and commentary. I'm glad for it. And I hope I've done a good job of explaining, like, what I think this game is and is not good at, because it is so, like, if you haven't ever seen Voyager, you could be the biggest Star Trek fan in the world, and I think that if you haven't seen Voyager, you'd just be scratching your head at this. It really would be kind of odd. Our deuterium reserves are reaching critical. Wait, no, they're not? The fuck are you talking about? What? Chakotay, are you feeling okay? At our current consumption rate, we won't be able to keep the systems running much longer. Yeah, only several weeks. Someone has proposed gathering some crew belongings and feeding the matter back into our replicator system. While this option could buy us time, some of those items are deeply personal, so I would advise against it. Don't collect any crew belongings. We'll manage without such drastic measures. Gather some non-essentials, or the situation looks dire. Like, so this is the sort of thing that I might do a vote on, except, like, Chakotay needs to take a nap or something. Like, we're at maximum deuterium. If we did this, we would actually lose most of it, I think. Since I can't check right now, we're just going to take the morale bonus, sir. The crew is relieved by your decision, Captain. Knowing their personal keepsakes are safe has lifted spirits across the ship. Let's hope that that renewed morale gives us the strength to find another solution. Yeah, we needed the morale way more. Look at this. We're at 1436 out of 1500. We would have burned up all of their baby pictures and dog pictures for nothing. That is the first weird thing, like really weird thing. Let's build a crew quarters. No, a regular crew quarters. Okay, so that's going to solve our housing crisis. Actually, it's going to solve it perfectly, because we need 20 rooms and that'll give it to us. Also, we do need to repair the cargo bay. And let's see how things go at the repair center. Oh, and thank you very much for the follow. That and you were down to rewatch. I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, no, the Nevers was great. Just quick shout out. If you guys have not seen the Nevers and you have a tolerance for something that has a really impressive amount of promise, just, you can see so much intricacy, like there's so much ready to go. It was, the loss of the Nevers is substantially worse than the loss of Firefly, because we got a Firefly movie and we're not going to get a Nevers movie, and it's so disappointing. So we can pay deuterium to repair the hull by 50 points. We can play titanium, which I think I might do because I don't need that as much right now. Or we're not paying a bioneural gel pack. We could pay 60 to repair the hull, 150 points. So that's going to be 430. That would actually max us out. Free up a repair crew to repair the cargo bay. And it would be a little wasteful, but we can always get more titanium at other sites. I think we're going to fully repair the hull right now. And we're gonna, like, lose some hull repair, but it's fine. Okay, so let's go back here, and we're going to unassign from hull repair, because they're actually, wait, what's happening? Right, okay. And now we're gonna start repairing the cargo bay. Why are we not doing that? I'm so sorry. Engineering office. Wait, where are you working? Assigned to crew quarters. Okay, then it's over here. Unassigned from hull repair. Yes. Now we can bring that down. And repair. Okay. And now we can go get some titanium. So let's go to... No, we need food. Yep, we're going to stop by a food planet. Okay, crew quarters have been built. Cargo bay has been repaired. Enter ship. Let's turn on the crew quarters. Let's turn on the cargo bay. What do we need most urgently? Well, right at the moment, deuterium. Yes. Okay, so we're there. We're going to repair the other cargo bay. And we're currently on battery power. We're getting attacked by the Kazon a whole bunch. I don't know if that's going to continue to happen. I would really like to have this turned on, which means I think it's time to start considering tuning up the warp drive. We've been keeping it at rank 2, but we did upgrade it for a reason. If we bring it up here, the deuterium draw rises, and it solves our power problem so that now we can have this shield generator on all the time. And I think that we're past due for that. So we're going to do that. And then, now that we're at max power, like we can't tune it higher, what's next for this? Upgrading main engineering. So this would be 140 of this and 40 dilithium. Okay, well, we're saving up for that. We'll try to get there. Not this episode. Let's get the food. Distress signal, hemorrhagic fever. It's really going around. Let's... We could retune... Hold on. Yeah, I don't like this 50% chance of catastrophic failure. We're going to just send the medical team down, and we don't need to retool something for... Perfect. Yep. Very good. And we got a chunk of morale as well. Okay. We are now good on food. Let's double check what we're feeding everybody. Normal food rations. Perfect. So we've got normal food rations. We want tritanium. We have duranium. And we could always use some more deuterium, which we could get right there. Here's tritanium. Can we... Yeah, we can... Wait, why is this offline? Why are you offline? I'm sure that I'm the one that did it. We'll put that on there. We'll turn on this cargo bay. We'll put that on there. So now we can store 3,000 deuterium, which we're going to go get. And we can put a crew back on repairing life support. Building, and I guess we'll just leave everything as it is. You know what? I want to have another cargo bay for food just in case we pick some up someplace unexpectedly, because it doesn't let you reconfigure at the time. So where's our tritanium cargo bays? This is the one thing about this game, is that if there's like a readout someplace, there it is. So yeah, let's switch this over to food just in case we find a big payout, because we have like a lot of empty storage for other things. As we were saying, behind the scenes after every episode of The Nevers just made it that much more intriguing. And what a cast. What a stellar cast that show had. There was a Firefly panel at a comic convention that Nathan Fillion was at, and he mentioned the whole like, share, comment line so that he could take the analytics back to the studios. I appreciate Nathan Fillion's like enthusiasm for this, and look, it might come out and it might be fantastic. Like I don't see any benefit to pushing back against this. You know, there's people from the original production that are interested in doing it, and I say more power to them if they can make it happen. And if it turns out to be good, so much the better. Okay, we have a work crew available. Do we need them to do anything anymore? We're already repairing this. In a minute, we'll want to have them repairing things on this deck. But for the time being... Emergency quarters offline. Do we want to do anything back there? Well, we want to turn it on because we have people that can't sleep anyplace. Okay. Let's send the shuttle, and we can get up to 1,000, which we can store all of it. This is why I wanted to build so many cargo bays. Let's go for some tritanium, and then we're going to visit here and We're actually good on food. Shuttle bay. Awesome. So we don't need to worry about titanium right at the moment. Although, wait. What do we need to, like, repair another deck like this one here? So we've got what we would need here. We need the bioneural gel packs, which we should have one in 20 days or so. We get one every 20 days. So then from there, it would just be the duranium. Yeah. So we're good there. So our last stop will be, let's just get all the duranium that we can carry. Deuterium, rather. Okay. We've got lots of crew quarters. That means that we can turn those emergency quarters back off and repurpose them later if we want to. And we do have two crew work crews ready to go. And I just don't have enough stuff to put them to work on. Our next goal will be this deck, Deck 4. Also, yeah, I guess we'll leave Chakotay there. That's fine. Let's put the doctor in the bio laboratory to make it go faster, because yeah, he's not currently, well, I guess he's helping these people, but I mean, that's fine. They'll get better on their own. Kes can stop in after work, check on them. Okay, there's life support, and now things are going to get alive on the ship, because we're going to enter the ship. We're going to turn this on. Okay, yeah, this is great. And now we can start clearing out these rooms. So we're going to get 30 from this. Yes. And then we can get 30 from this, I expect, as well. So that's 60, which we can store all of. And with the 60, then we should be able to look at hopefully, like, getting life support up and running here. We're gonna stop by the Kazon fighter, send our shuttle over. Oh, just narrowly got the good reward. And that puts us at the most deuterium we've ever had. So we're gonna wrap up this episode with... We might get ready to do some science. Where do we stand on science these days? Okay, yes, 1 day away from researching a new combat tier. We need some more dilithium to upgrade the warp core, but I want to say, is it 40 or 35? I think it's 40. 40, yeah, and then we'll worry about getting the rest of what we need. And we're going to be clearing out these rooms, saving up the duranium, and then working on this life support once we get... This will be within the next week or so, and then we'll have this. So, yeah, big repairs coming up for Voyager, and we're going to call it there. Let's head out to the main menu. We'll hit save, and bounce back to the main menu.